I'm here today to talk about my evaluation in the question, what ways does my media product use, develop or challenge forms and conventions of real media products? Um, Firstly, I'd like to sort of talk about my film and why or how I ended up with the final product that I did through the use and developing and challenging of the forms and conventions of similar products to it. I used the conventions um, from the Casey Neistat Make It Count video, which I was really inspired by. I thought it was quite a creative film. It showed me that you didn't need a big budget or a big camera, you could just go out there and do it, which is what motivated me to use a GoPro. Um, it allowed me to create loads of different shots and be free with my filming because it was such a small camera and I could stick it anywhere or put it anywhere. Something good that came from this was where I stuck the GoPro inside the cup, and people really liked that shot, and it showed creativity in my footage, which I got from Casey's sort of filmmaking style. It developed this because I thought that Casey's film really made me feel emotive and motivated and really influenced me. And I thought if I could make a film about that, but about another topic which was really sort of close to me, and I thought cyberbullying would be quite good because it's a big part in people's lives. I really like the topic, and I don't think something that people were as aware about as they perhaps could be. So I thought through using Casey's codes and conventions, I could make a film directed towards my target audience, which was students, to make them still feel and be motivated and influenced, but about another topic. Um, this challenges the forms and conventions of other cyberbullying related films that I have seen. Mostly ones that I've seen had dialogue, they had scenes. Um, you sort of expected that something was going to happen, like that they might hurt themselves, that sort of thing. Whereas with mine, I don't think that you know that it's a cyberbullying film perhaps until the end, because I think that in most cases, or in some at least, you don't know that someone is a victim of cyberbullying until it is too late, because they don't know how to transfer what they're feeling from how they're receiving their abuse online to tell people how this works in the real world and how they're feeling and what can be done about it. So often it's too late until you find out that something's gone on. So I think it's really challenged, like through using Casey's filmmaking style, which really influenced me. I've then challenged the codes and conventions of a stereotypical cyberbullying film to then go and make, I don't know, an emotive awareness social drama that still does work in the same way. It's just in a different format to what other ones that I have watched have been in. So that's just through using Casey's sort of style of filming, which I really liked. Secondly, I'm going to talk about my front cover, my poster, my film poster even. Um, this is sort of the first draft that I made. These are similar. They're basically the same template. It's just a different background and text, that sort of thing. I have written a blog post the differences between them and why I made these differences, but you can see that in my blog. This poster sort of uses the codes and conventions that I learnt from this poster here, and it shows there's a sort of victim in the centre of the page. They've got the main title here with a few sort of abusive words on there. Words can hurt. They've got as well. I've got sort of the thing about nobody knows his status, and then it's got sort of two names of the people that made the film. And I did a really similar thing where I had a character. In this case, it's actually the baddie, the bad character, who is the cyber abuser. And I made these sort of splash things of all social networking sites, which I thought was really relevant. And then with the background, it looks like he's in cyberspace. And then I've got the nobody knows his status, this thing here. And I've put coming soon, and then I've got the two names of the people that were involved. Oliver Lapthorne's only involved in the actual taking of this photo. That's the person in the photo. He didn't have anything to do with the making of the film. Um, but I didn't like the idea of having someone on the main cover that wasn't even in the film. So I went away, I looked at some other posters, and I came up with this. Now this was really influenced here by this. It looks quite worn away, raw. There's not even a picture of someone on there, and I think it shows that you don't need that. It looks rough and it looks really strong. It has its own identity and colour scheme, and I feel like that's what my one has here. It's got the social networking site thing, so you know it's about something online. Hatebook is kind of it's a play on Facebook. I mean, you can see that there, and it's sort of intriguing where it's got the only over 500 friends, more than 200 followers, and nobody knows his status thing. That I still kept that. I really liked that, but I think it shows through the use of the rough text that I've used as well, which is really similar to the bully one that I've found here. I've created a poster that is a lot more credible and relevant and legitimate for the film that I've made, because I don't think it made any sense or even looked anything like the poster that would match the film that I've made. So that uses and develops from this one, where I developed my ideas from this poster, and then through further analysis I then developed it into this. So they both kind of challenge each other in a way, but I feel like it develops from one into the other through my thought process, and I hope that's made clear in this video. Lastly, here I've got my double page spread. I was really influenced by this sort of double page spread that I analysed, and this one here, this Spider-Man one. They both got sort of bold titles. So one here is about film, so you know it's about a film review. You've got your name of your film there. You've got your big capitals, your pull quote. They've even given a verdict, and this has a main image that stretches across onto the other page, and it's got the next page's sort of content here to make you turn to the next page. Further on, it's got sort of a subtitle. This has a circular sort of text over the image, and this image looks like it's been thrown on to the page, which I really liked. I think that looked really cool. And again, it's got another image that goes over to the next page. I Am Legend is quite bold, and it's got the blue, and I think the blue is reoccurring even in text boxes and across the page, and I just think that adds a lot more colour and lifestyle and house style to the page. I created a sort of merge of the two, where I've got my big image, I've got images going over to the second page, and I've created a collage where it looks like some images are placed onto the page and others are sort of thrown on, like we saw in the I Am Legend one. I've given a verdict like they did in the Spider-Man one, and I've created my own sort of design, which is influenced from loads of double page spreads that I've analysed. I've got sort of your subtitle, you've got your title of your film here, Hatebook, major capital T. I've got my pull quote, and I've got what's going on in the next page, and I feel like my double page spread mirrors the codes and conventions from a variety of double page spreads that I have analysed. And I've developed what I've learned from the ones that I have looked at and used this to create my final piece. So I don't think it challenges them in any way. I think it really fits in quite well for a film review magazine double page spread.